Hello YouTube and welcome to episode 9 of Paulies at the Wheel. As you can see today, we are taking on Borussia Dortmund in a must-win game here in the Champions League. We are away from home first, which means we have to take on this very solid Dortmund team at the Signal Iduna Park in Germany. As you can also see, since we last had our episode, we've beaten Chelsea 1-0, we've beaten Wolves 4-0. So we do sit second in the league, but yeah, 11 points back with 5 games to go. It's very unlikely that we'll be winning the Premier League this year. But one thing I want to show you before we kick off is Milan have actually beaten PSG 1-0 in this game here in the other semi-final. Now, it was in Italy. We do need to keep that in mind. But they kept PSG to 1 shot on target. And this was the team that was used. So Mannion, Florenzi, Tomori, Romagnoli, Hernandez, Bakayoko, Tonali, Salamakers, Diaz, Rebic, Ibrahimovic. That's a team that we can definitely get at. So we really do need a positive result here today because I want to take this title home with us this season. Now, for the team, I've got to add someone to the bench, and it doesn't look like I've got anybody. So Donny's going to have to stay there. I've made one big decision. So we've dropped Jadon Sancho because Rashford has said he really wants to play on the left as an inverted winger. So I did experiment with Jadon Sancho as the pressing forward, but I didn't really want to go with that. So what I've done is I'm actually going with Anthony Martial up front. So this could bite me in the butt. I have really liked the way that Marcus Rashford has played this role, but he doesn't want to play it. So I know I've got Anthony Martial on the transfer list, but if he shows a reason to stay by playing this role, then we could uncover something very good in the future. And I would look to play someone. Actually, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go Greenwood here, and I'm going to change the system on the fly. I'm actually going to put Jadon Sancho here as a right winger on attack on this side here. So he likes to play as a winger on attack. So we're going to do that. We're going to slightly change the system a little bit to give him some creativity. Hopefully that doesn't bite me in the butt. We're going to put Mason Greenwood here as the pressing forward because as a pressing forward on attack, he looks very good with 18 pace. A little bit better with the aggression, anticipation, the work rate. So and he can use both feet. So let's get into this game. Hopefully we can get a result. We are going to go into key highlights too. I'm going to make sure I remember that. I am using McTominay instead of Benacer. So I'm going to leave Benacer on the bench just in case we need him either to come on for Bruno or come on for our boy McTominay as well. But I think just these are the games I'd rather have the pure defensive midfielder rather than the bit more creative defensive midfielder. So let's skip all the way through here. This is the team that they're rolling with: Haaland, Reina, Malen, Royce, Bellingham, Witzel, Hummels, Schultz, Emre Can at right back. That might be a spot for us to really exploit. So hopefully Marcus Rashford can get at Emre Can. Let's get it on key highlights and let's see how we go. But as I mentioned in the last episode, this season, this is our chance, I think. This is the best chance we're ever going to get to really win the Champions League if we can get through this tie, because I think PSG will be very tough. But if Milan can somehow get through that second leg, if we can take on Milan in the final, I'd really back us in ahead of AC Milan. So early days with slightly dominated possession here. Both teams have had 2 shots, so it looks like it's pretty competitive at the moment as Dortmund do get a chance. And you guys need to remember, away goals do not matter at this point anymore. So it's just whatever the result is what the result is. So I must firstly apologise if the audio sounds a little bit different in this episode. I'm a bit under the weather at the moment, so I'll try and keep as much of it out as possible if it does create interference. But here we go. We're pressing okay, but it looks like Dortmund have got out of our press. Rashford really needs to go out to that ball there. We've managed to try and contain a bit of a counter-attack, but it's Erling Haaland. We know of his quality, and oh my God, what a finish from Erling Haaland as he gets his 30th goal of the season, and we go 1-0 down very early in this game on 8 minutes, and that was some good build-up play from Dortmund. Bellingham, good little ball through. Who stepped up there? It's Varane, I think. Varane or Wan-Bissaka. It's Varane. That's a great chip, though. That is the quality of Erling Haaland. He doesn't need many chances, but if he gets a good one, he'll normally take it. So we've got some work to do now. Can we, for me, in a positive sense, if we can come out of this game with a draw, I think we'd be better off playing at home than here in Germany. which would be positive. If we go down by a goal, I'd still like to think we could overturn that, but I really don't want to be coming back from multiple goals down back in Manchester. So here we go. It's Axel Witsel finding Emre out at right back. Can we stop this ball from getting into the box? It's a good cross in. Sancho needs to do well now. We've adjusted the system to suit Jayden. He needs to repay us. Interesting ball from Ronaldo towards Mason Greenwood, who's not, the biggest target. I would have thought that Ronaldo may have just backed himself to beat the man, but this is a very long highlight. Can we win this header with Wan-Bissaka? We do. Sancho wins it, but we've lost the ball straight away. It's Jude Bellingham, slides in Gio Reyna. We know of his qualities as well. He's one of the best wonder kids in the game, and it's Erling Haaland once again, and we're 2-0 down inside 20 minutes to Borussia Dortmund. Maybe I've underestimated this team a little bit too much, or is Erling Haaland just that much better than what we've got defensively to be able to cover? So here we go. Royce, corner, Varane deals with it. Bellingham, please don't tell me we can see the third here before we've even had a highlight of us really attacking. It's Axel Witsel, it's Malen, Witsel, Bruno, don't get yourself sent off, please. It's Bellingham, we haven't won the ball back. It's Malen, and it's well saved by Dean Henderson. We need to just get some control over this game. Maybe I've been a bit eager or a bit naive to go 4-2-4. Maybe I should have considered maybe playing a 4-3-3 and trying to control this game a little bit more. So I might have to wear that by myself here. And up we get. Well done, Wan-Bissaka. We find Sancho, who picks the ball up off Schultz. We should have a numerical advantage now. It's Jadon Sancho driving down this wing. Can he get a good ball in? It's Rashford at the back post, and there is one back. What a ball from Jadon Sancho. Maybe I've needed to utilise this more often this season, but well done from Jadon Sancho just to get down the line. That is fantastic work by the man coming back to his old club as well. Actually, we've got to keep that in mind that he's versing his old team. Here we go, McTominay, Wan-Bissaka, Ronaldo gets up. Surely that's not offside. He looked like he's come from behind Axel Witsel there. I reckon this should get allowed, but let's have a look at what they say. VAR is listening. VAR have disallowed the goal. Or if they allowed it, they've disallowed it. Where's the offside? Oh, they've given offside there against, who's it? Rashford. Oh, it's disappointing. That is so disappointing because that was such a great ball from Wan-Bissaka as well, and it probably deserved a goal. But here we go, Luke Shaw. We know what our corners are like. It's Raphael Varane who's hit the bar and the post, and it stayed out. That looked like it dropped in. Is it going to be one of those nights for us here? It hit the bar into the post, and it has not crossed the line. Who would have thought? And no one was there to tap it in. We've finally turned the switch. It took us going down 2-0 down to really flick the switch and start playing the way that we know that this team can play. So with time ticking away, can we create one more big opportunity? Here we go. It's Luke Shaw. Ball in towards Ronaldo. And we've got a penalty, I think. It looks like there's been a handball inside the box, maybe off Jude Bellingham, but are we going to get a penalty? And we do, and it should be Cristiano Ronaldo stepping up. It is Cristiano Ronaldo. It was against Giovanni Reyna. And here we go. Can Ronaldo get us back level? What a penalty from Cristiano Ronaldo. Get the C in the episode. We are back level from 2-0 down. We've overturned this very quickly, and that is a brilliant penalty by our best player by a country mile. And here we go. Please don't concede straight away. Rashford, get out to him. We've done it right there to Witsel. Ball in. Well done, Varane. Bruno needs to give us a bit more effort there. And here we go. It's Schultz. Sancho does really well to close him out to try and win this ball back. And here we go. We don't win it. It's Bellingham. It's Royce. It's Axel Witsel. What a strike from the Belgian midfielder. And this game has just class and quality written all over it. 40 minutes in. 3-2 to Borussia Dortmund. Who would have thought? This game has just taken so many different turns. It's Reyna. We haven't won the ball back. Now this is where we've got to press, and we've got to really put them under pressure. And can we stop this counter-attack? It's Bellingham. It's Royce. He shouldn't be able to outrun Wan-Bissaka because he's a lot older. It's Bellingham. We closed him out well. We've done okay here. It's Emre. Can we just stop the delivery into the middle of the box? It's Jude Bellingham. It's Royce once again. It's Bellingham. He's driving. He sends Haaland through. Haaland with the chip. We're 4-2 down. What is going on here in Germany? 42 minutes in, it is 4-2. And this is not what I wanted to see. We claw our way back to 2-2 and we throw it away just before half-time. So they score within 3 minutes of us scoring our second. They've scored twice. Now, we need to really consider what I'm going to say to this group of players because I need to get this team talk right. What are they suggesting? I want a much better display. That wasn't good enough. I'm going to point my finger and say that wasn't good enough. I'm then going to pump my fist and say you've got the ability to make the difference. We're going to be positive. I don't like yelling for the sake of yelling. Can we find a way to turn this tie around? We cannot go back to Manchester 2 goals behind Borussia Dortmund. We need to find a way to get back into this game. I've got lots of yellow cards here as well that we need to consider, I think. And I think the first one's going to be McTominay. And I'm going to change this role slightly. We're going to bring on Benesa, but I'm going to bring him on as a central midfielder on support. And we're going to also... Who else can I bring on? Who's struggling? I don't want to use 2 subs yet, but I'm worried about the cards because we've got so many players on yellows. We've got Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, Sancho, and Bruno Fernandes all on cards at the same time too. So let's encourage the boys. Let's see if we can grab a 3rd goal here. I think Sancho is probably the one that's going to come off. And I've got to probably bring Greenwood over to the wing and we'll bring someone else on up front, which is what I'm going to do right now. So Greenwood, you're going to jump over here as an inverted inside forward on attack. And Sancho will come off for Anthony Martial. And let's see if Martial can come on and give us that quality off the bench that we're looking for, because this is not looking great, guys. We need to really try and turn this around big time now. We've got Rashford struggling. I'm going to leave it for another 10 minutes or so, and then I might look at bringing someone on. We might bring Cavani on and move and Martial out to that left-hand side. So let's demand more, because we do need to get more out of the players. But I don't want to throw everything at it, because obviously we need to be mindful that there is a second leg that we can potentially turn things around in as well. But here we go. 15 minutes to play. We see a highlight. It's Wan-Bissaka into Greenwood. Back to Wan-Bissaka. Benesa, who's now picked up a card as well. Good ball in. Ronaldo needs to score that. Ronaldo scores it. Let's go. Come on. We need one more goal here. Time for Marcus Rashford to come off. We're bringing Cavani on. We're using all the big boys in this game here today. Let's go. Get Edison Cavani on. We know what he'll give us. He'll give us energy. He'll chase down balls. It's Benesa on the corner. It's Ronaldo. And Ronaldo scores his hat-trick and his 39th of the season. And it is 4-4 against Borussia Dortmund. Benesa's going back to a ball winner on defend. Let's try and just maintain this lead at the moment. You're going to be an inverted winger on support. You're going to be an inside forward on support now as well. So we can try and just utilise the space in behind, rather than them trying to drive with the ball. But here we go, 4-4 in Germany. Can we sneak a 5th, or can we just leave with a draw? I think we can leave with a draw, then we've done our job. Now, I can't remember in the Champions League, there might actually be 5 subs. So let me just try. See if we can bring Donny van der Beek on. No, okay, we've used our 3. That doesn't matter. All right, let's go. Here we go. Can we just find a way? We've managed to claw our way back in to this second half. I'm just going to leave it. I could adjust the system and go a little bit more defensive and try and pack up and leave with a draw. But I want to try and leave here with a win if we can. We've got 5 minutes. There's plenty of time. Erling Haaland has time to find his hat-trick as well. But there's only 2 minutes to play now. We haven't seen a highlight. Are we going to see another highlight in this game? It doesn't look like we're going to. It looks like we're going back to Manchester with a 4-4 draw, which for me, I will take that. We've come back from 2 down twice. And I'm going to say I'm proud that we put something in. And look, it could be a lot worse. We did go down 2-0 and then 4-2. So for us to walk out of there with a 4-4 first leg, we will take that as Arsenal beat Chelsea. And you guys will see me very, very shortly for the second leg of this tie. Welcome back, YouTube. We are here ready to go for the second leg here at home against Borussia Dortmund. And bit frustratingly, we drew 1-1 to Norwich away, which was frustrating because this was a game we dominated start to finish. We scored early. We then missed a penalty on half-time. We then had a goal ruled out for offside, and then Todd Cantwell stepped up and scored. But you can probably tell by the lineup that's on screen that I did rotate the team completely, because as I did say in the last episode that we were primarily focusing on the Champions League. So the positive is the team is fit and firing, ready to go here. It does mean though that we've slid to 3rd, but it will be fine. we got a game in hand on Man City as well. But I think we have to play Liverpool at some point coming up very shortly. But let's get into it. We've made 11 changes to the team. We've gone with Henderson, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Maguire, Shaw, McTominay, Bruno, Rashford, Sancho, Greenwood and Ronaldo. I was thinking about potentially playing a 4-3-3, but I don't really want to drop any of these guys because they actually have mostly been playing pretty well. If you look at the average ratings from our starting 11, you got Greenwood just under a 7, you got Ronaldo at 7.7, Rashford at 7.2, Sancho at 6.8. But I think as a right winger, he'll pick up his performances, and then the whole midfield and defence are pretty much around that 7 mark as well. So let's just see if we can fight fire with fire. It's going to be interesting to see how Borussia Dortmund line up here today as well, because they are obviously the away team in this. So we've got the crowd behind us, but are they going to be a bit more pragmatic? Are they going to be a bit more aggressive? I don't really know. Let's have a look at how they're lining up though. And they're playing that same 4-2-3-1. Emre Hummels and this guy, well, I've got no idea who he is. Leo Gremil. Where's the little I? There it is. So he is a very, very solid centre-back that's only 20 years old. So he's got plenty of room to grow. They've gone with Bellingham, Witzel, Malen, Reina, Royce, Hallen. So practically the same team that came out and played us over in Germany. So what are you looking for improvements? I really don't want to concede 4 goals. That would be ideal. How is the mood in the camp? We're in a great place. And here we go. So our team is in good form. We've got Bruno and McTominay once again stepping into the midfield, and let's see what we can create here against Borussia Dortmund. I think we really need to try and take an early lead in this game, to be perfectly honest, because we've got the crowd at our backs. We'll want them to be supportive of what we're doing. So we really do need to try and drive and find a way. Now, we also got an interesting message from the board. So they've set their new budgets for next season. We're going to have 135 million transfer kitty as well. So make sure you're thinking about who we could sign. I think if we're going to go with this right winger on attack, potentially we might not need a right winger because we've got Sancho, and we might maybe need to buy a backup right winger. But let's see what comes from this highlight. Ronaldo finds Greenwood. Can Greenwood square the ball? We've got Rashford there towards Ronaldo. It's Greenwood. And I wonder if he's onside. He looked like he was onside. Have we taken the lead here at home? Pardon me. It looks like we have. It looked like they were going to go to VAR, but they've decided not to because we weren't really celebrating that hard. And Ronaldo finds Greenwood. Bang, what a finish. 1-0 at home. Let's praise the boys before a highlight starts, because that is exactly what we wanted to see from the fellas here at home. We've taken the lead. We've had just under 60% possession. We've only had 2 shots on target, but they haven't had any. And it's Ronaldo. Oh, Cristiano. Pardon me. If we go 2-0 up here, I will be a very, very happy manager. So let's see. Let's see if we let them get out here. We should try and really press. We've done well. Varane does brilliantly well. It's Rashford into Greenwood. Mason Greenwood finds Luke Shaw, finds a run of Marcus Rashford. And there we go. We've gone 2-0 up inside 17 minutes. Old Trafford is absolutely bouncing. And are we going to find our way into a Champions League final in our first season of manager of Manchester United? Can we find a way to continue this dominance in Europe? Now, Dortmund, they look shell-shocked. They've only had 46% of the ball. They're yet to have a shot on target. All their ratings are in the 6s. We've just come out the gate absolutely flying in this second leg, which is great to see that the boys have really taken to having that rest. I think the rest was the major factor for us. So I'm very, very excited to see what this means for the fellas here, because half an hour in, we are looking very, very sharp, which is always a positive sign that we're going to play well for the rest of the game. Now, I don't know why Bruno's really struggling. Pardon me once again. But Bruno is not in the best form as things stand. The same with Sancho, to be perfectly honest. So we could look at some early subs in the second half here for Sancho and for Bruno. Bruno is more for form. Sancho is more for his sort of general stamina and fitness. But time is ticking away here towards half time, and I'd love to go in 2-0 up. We get a highlight. It's Sancho. It's Ronaldo. Oh, he's hit the post. A third would have almost been the dagger to Dortmund's Champions League hopes here. But let's get into half time because I'm very, very proud of the boys. I'm very happy. We're ahead. You've done brilliantly. Keep it going. I'm just going to shift the mentality from attacking to positive. I'm not going to change anything else. I just want us to be a little bit slightly more pragmatic because I do want to make sure that we do hold on to this lead. So I'm very nervous. We've had 6 shots on target to 1. We've had 53% of the ball. So this is Dortmund's probably best phase of play coming out from half-time. And here we go. It's Rayner. It's Malen. We just need to stop the supply towards Erling Haaland. We don't want him getting anywhere near the ball. Hummels, Witzel. Hopefully we see Dortmund really start to press higher up the pitch now. McTominay probably needs to step up there. Wan-Bissaka does well. It's Sancho. It's Ronaldo. Greenwood needs to get on his bike because he should be a lot faster than Hummels. And that needs to be a scenario that we can exploit. But it's Luke Shaw now driving. Can he whip a ball in? Great ball in. Mason Greenwood. It's Sancho. Now, what could they be checking here? They're appealing for offside again. Sancho has absolutely rocketed that into the top corner of the net. Is this going to stand? It looks like it stood. It's what a goal from Sancho. Luke Shaw does absolutely fantastically well. Whips a great ball in. Greenwood misses it. Sancho goes, oh, here's the ball. Bang. I'm just going to smack that into the back of the net. We go 3-0 up on the night. We go 7-4 up on aggregate. And we have Dortmund absolutely shell-shocked. And here we go. They get a highlight straight away. Haaland. We know Dortmund are good at scoring straight away. And Royce, what an effort from Marco Royce, which would have been, very, very difficult to stop from Henderson. And what a turn. Greenwood for the dagger. It's Mason Greenwood. One-on-one. He's chipped it into the bar. That would have been an amazing little finish from Mason Greenwood. But we have come out and absolutely buried Borussia Dortmund so far. And I think Sancho, although he has scored, I think it's time we bring him to the bench potentially. We've got Sancho there. It's Haaland who finds Thorgan Hazard, who beats 2. And Hazard, interesting strike. And it's Dean Henderson with a massive double save going back across the goal. That is absolutely fantastic. And I think it might be time to bring Sancho and Bruno off and to start looking to go a little bit more defensive. But Ronaldo, Greenwood beats 1, and there's a good save by Kobel. And Nico Schultz just absolutely punts that into the Stretford end, I think that is, down that end. And here we go, Shaw up, Ronaldo, oh, come on. Can we potentially find one more goal? I'm going to make the changes now, I think. So Sancho is really struggling with his fitness. Have we got anyone to play on this right wing? We've got Martial, Mata. I reckon what we'll do is we'll go... Actually, can Martial play as a right winger? Can we find a new role for him? How can he play as an inside player better than a winger? So he's got no he's got no crossing, that's why. Okay, fair enough. So Martial is definitely not going to come play on this side of the pitch. I don't really have anyone for this side. We're going to probably just put Greenwood there. What's Greenwood's crossing? 12. That's good enough. All right. So we don't want that to happen. Sancho is going to come off. We'll bring Martial on as that pressing forward instead. And then what we'll do is we'll take Bruno Fernandes off for Fred. And we'll leave Fred as a box-to-box midfielder, I reckon, because he does suit that role quite well. And I think he's a bit more defensive than Benesa too, to be perfectly honest. So we'll bring Fred on and we'll see if we can get the Fred McTominay. I think they deserve to be on the pitch together. I haven't used that combination much this season. As time ticks away, we'll let Fred and McTominay play some football together. But here we go. Wan-Bissaka should be looking inside here and does. Finds Ronaldo. Greenwood offside, I reckon you are, Martial. See if he can finish it though. He can't, but it is a Dortmund free kick. So the other big factor is Milan is 1-0 up in the semi-final, but they obviously play tomorrow after this game. So we don't know who we're playing yet, potentially, in the Champions League final. And I've been thinking about it, but you guys need to let me know in the comments. Do you want this Champions League final to be the final episode, if we win it, of this series so we can start our new save, which I will announce in the next episode if that becomes our last one. But I've got a save in mind for you guys, which I'm prepared to start after this one finishes. So if we want to start that one off, then we can a bit more promptly than waiting for us to win the league. So let's take Varane off so we don't get a yellow card on Rafael Varane. But 7-4 up on aggregate, 3-0 up on the night. And we have come to town and absolutely smacked up Dortmund, which I didn't think we were going to beat them so convincingly. We were 2-0 up after 17 minutes. They're trying everything. They've changed their shape a few times. I've seen Dortmund use this shape more so in other saves than a 4-2-3-1, and they've been really, really good. They actually won the Champions League in the second year, I think, and they're one of the best teams in Europe when I was playing with Rangers. But this should be time, and it is. We've won 3-0. We've gone through 7-4 on aggregate, and we will be playing in our first season of manager of Manchester United. We will be in the Champions League final. So I think what we need to do is let's go through this. I'm going to send the assistant because we're going to celebrate with the team, and I just want to quickly see who are we going to be versing in the final. I want to tell you guys who we're versing in the Champions League final, which means everything we do from now to the end of the season will be with that in mind. I don't want to be, absolutely using the first team in every single game because they are going to get absolutely spent. So here we go. Let's find out who is going through. Are we playing PSG or are we playing AC Milan? Oh, and PSG win on penalties. Are you kidding me? So Mbappe scored early, so made it 1-1. And then Diaz scored. Mbappe got sent off in the 21st minute. Salamakers got sent off in the 61st. And then Kessie sent off in the 102nd. So we are versing PSG in the final. If you are excited, it's such a tight game as well. I mean, they had 39% of the ball. Who would have thought? That's so frustrating. So they played 4-3-3 Predators. That's such a good team. It's Messi versus Ronaldo in the Champions League final with Mbappe and Neymar. You couldn't write it. This has to be the finale, I think, of the series. If we can beat Messi to a Champions League title, that will have to be the conclusion of this series. But if you've enjoyed, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you very, very soon for the Champions League final against PSG.